that old gravel road. I remember her laughter mingling with the wind. Under the porch light, her story unfolds, where the worn-out saddles knew all we confessed. Her scarf still dancing in the breeze like it's pinned. Her goodbye flew with the sunset's dying glow, trailing off where the wild river bends. Left me with echoes of I miss you so, on paths where our worn boot prints refused to end. The town's aged a year for every night I'm alone. Cabin walls whisper secrets we once shared. Dusty windows and a chair overthrown, how the silence speaks in a house that's unprepared. No more laughter in the air, just an empty throne. Her goodbye flew with the sunset's dying glow, trailing off where the wild river bends. Left me with echoes of I miss you so, on paths where our lost boot prints refuse to end. Sometimes the wind brings a trace, a soft sigh, or the rain writes her name on my dusty pane. Each star above, a tear from the sky, for the love that rode away won't come again. Her goodbye flew with the crimson clouds up high, chasing the dreams where the old river bends. Here with the shadows under the vast open sky, whispering to ghosts on the trails that never end, where her memory like the river just flows on by. And her goodbye never truly ends.
On the edge of Dusty Creek, beneath the ancient oak's embrace, her laughter filled the summer air, no sorrow could it trace. We carved our names within the bark, a promise meant to stay. But like the leaves come autumn's end, her smile slipped away. Her smile tied down my restless soul beneath the prairie skies. Now I roam through ghostly towns where only silence lies. In the whisper of the wind I hear her voice soft and low, echoing across the valleys where the lonely rivers flow. The cabin stands but empty now on the road where violets grew. Our dreams once hung on every wall, bright as morning dew. I walk the rooms, the floorboards groan like the saddles we once rode. Each step a memory, each breath a load. Her smile tied down my wandering heart under sunsets burning red. Now I drift where shadows part, haunted by the words unsaid. In the rustling of the leaves tears in the raindrops' solemn song. I find her traces faint and sweet in the twilight all along. And oh, how the mountains recall our echoes fading into gray. The scarf she left on the old porch swing, I see it every day. A token frayed and weather worn, like the love I cannot claim in this life of dust and thorns. Nothing stays the same. Tied down my soul to dreams where wild rivers weep. Though I've roamed 1,000 trails, my heart refused to leave. Now every star up in that endless sky, every whisper through the pines, holds a piece of her, the lost love of mine, as I wander bound by memories in these endless fading lines. Underneath the whispering pines, where the moonlight used to lay, I found an old oak shadow that looked like yours in a wistful way. We carved our names young and bold on that rugged bark so fine. Now I trace those faded letters where your hand once slipped into mine. Moonlight whispers on a gravel road where my boots tread alone. Echoes of your laughter in the breeze, now just a wind-blown moan. Every sunset dips in sorrow, each star a tale untold. Moonlight whispers, darling, bring memories I can't hold. The porch still creaks like it did when we'd swing into the night, but now it groans under the weight of a lonesome fading light. That old cabin by the creek stands empty, walls turn cold, where once the warmth of your smile turned silver threads into gold. Moonlight whispers on a gravel road where my boots tread alone. Echoes of your laughter in the breeze, not just a wind-blown moan. Every sunset dips in sorrow, each star a tale untold. Moonlight whispers, darling, bring memories I can't hold. The saddle's worn, the reins hang loose where you once rode beside. A trail of dust, a silent cry, a heartache vast and wide. In the hush of rain, in the rustle of leaves, I hear a soft goodbye. A whisper in the moonlight under the endless aching sky. Moonlight whispers on a gravel road, my steps echo your name. Lost in the winds of time, love's a dying flame. Every sunset dips in sorrow, each star a tale retold. Moonlight whispers, darling, in dreams where I still hold you close, neath the ever watchful eyes of the moonlit whispering skies. underneath the oak tree shadow where the old river bends. I once carved our names in the bark with promises without end. We watched sunsets paint the valleys, feeling time slip through our hands. By campfires glow under starlit skies in these forgotten lands. But now the campfire hides the tears I've cried. The wind whispers your name through the lonesome pines. This saddle's worn and these trails have gone cold. My heart's still out there in the stories untold. The old porch swing's still creaking, but it sings a silent tune. Like the scarf you left that's faded now, it dreams under the moon. Those gravel roads we wandered, now just paths I roam alone. Every cabin empty, every echo reminder of my own. Yes, the campfire hides the tears I've cried. The duster's memories I keep inside. Rain falls on this heart of stone in the twilight's embrace where I've grown so alone. I've walked through storms and under skies so vast and clear. Each step away from you, every mile just more fear. But love is the ghost in the fog rolling in, haunting the heartlands where we once dreamed to begin. So the campfire hides, and I'm out here still trying to find a trace of your laughter in the breeze, a piece of peace left behind. My love's a shadow flickering by the fire's dying light. Campfire hides my sorrow as I whisper your name into the night. Out past where the oak trees mark the edges of the sky, I found a cabin quiet under big Montana blue. And there we carved our names deep in the old porch wood, wrapped in a scarf you left, shades of faded rue. Oh, the canyon left behind, where our echoes fill the air. Whispers haunt the gravel roads of the love that we once shared. As the sunset bleeds its sorrow into twilight's lonely cry, I'm holding on to a ghost of a scar under a tear-streaked sky. Rode away with the dust kicked up by time. Your laughter now just whispers on the wind through swaying pines. That old porch fell silent without your footsteps near, and the trails we walked together slowly disappeared. Oh, the canyon left behind, where our echoes fill the air. Whispers haunt the gravel roads of the love that we once shared. As the sunset bleeds its sorrow
ghost of a scarf under a tear-streaked sky. In the stillness of the canyon, where the stars dare not to tread, every stone and shadow knows the tears I've shed. Riding these empty trails, heart heavy like the rain, that old scarred memory is all that remains. Oh, the canyon left behind, my silent reverie. In the heartbreak of the twilight, it's you I still see. But the dust will settle where our faded dreams once lay, in the canyon left behind as I ride away. In the canyon left behind as I ride away. Out where the oak tree shadows lay long on the ground, a woven scarf blue as the prairie sky I found. Right by the porch where we'd sit when day was done, where whispers dance with the setting sun. Scarf shut the door on what we used to be, leaving me with raging winds and memory. Underneath the starlit dome, so vast and wide, I roam alone with your ghost by my side. Now the cabin's empty, the fire's just cold ash. Gravel roads echo with our forgotten laughs. Where wildflowers bloom, now there's just the rain, washing away dreams, leaving behind the pain. Scarf shut the door on all we used to know, lost in dust clouds where once wild rivers flow. On faded trails my lonesome heart does ride, seeking what's gone with shadows as my guide. Old saddle creaks as I whisper to the breeze, tales of a love as deep as the endless seas. Yet here I wander, a shadow in the dust, holding on to a memory wrapped in twilight's husk. Scarf shut the door, but still I feel you near, in the cry of the night hawk, sharp and clear. I'll ride these lands where sorrow softly pours, forever bound to what was once ours. Scarf shut the door, yet love never ignores. Farewell, my dear, till I find peace where these old rivers bend.
underneath the morning sky that's tied down to a sleepy, dusty town's embrace. There's an old oak where we carved our names in the bark, now weathered just like my face. Saddle worn and leathery lies by the door of a cabin where your laugh once filled the air. Now the winds sing mournful through the boards, whispering tales of a love that's no longer there. And the sun sets low on the gravel road where you wave goodbye in a dress so light. These memories, like storms to me, they bold under the morning sky. I lose my fight each night, holding shadows, holding tight. Scarves you left, they dance on the porch or swing in the rhythm of a ghostly absent sound. The paths we walk now, overgrown thin, echo in the emptiness that I have found. The rain taps softly on the window pane where we watch the world in quiet peace. Now it just pours over my heart's terrain, muddying where once lay love's release. And the sun sets low on the gravel road where you wave goodbye in a dress so light. These memories, like storms to me, they bought under the morning sky. I lose my fight every night, holding shadows, holding tight. Out there the trails fade where the wild horses roam. I roam too with thoughts heavier than my hat, learning that some heartbeats echo like a poem, and what's gone like dust doesn't come back. So the sun dips low and I let you go, just a silhouette against the dying light. But in dreams you return soft and slow under the morning sky, my eternal night, forever holding you tight. In the shadow of the mesa where the wild lupine grew, I first saw her by the creek under skies so endless and blue. Her laughter mixed with the spring sweet murmur where oak trees whisper secrets and time seemed to defer. We danced by moonlight, no audience but the stars, our promises as vast as the dusty ancient scars. Oh, the canyon flew with our dreams that night, scarves are twirling in the soft lantern light. Now all that's left is the echo of her name, whispered by the wind that carries all my shame. A heart wrapped in rawhide, weathered and torn, every sunset I ride through, reborn, yet forlorn. Years have rolled like tumbleweeds past cabins old and worn, porch where we once sat, now splintered and forsworn. Her scarf caught in the saddle, the only trace she left. Against the endless gravel roads, my heart feels so bereft. The town seems just a shadow, a whisper of its past, as if it knows without her love such things just cannot last. Oh, the canyon flew with our dreams that night, scarves are twirling in the soft lantern light. Now all that's left is the echo of her name, whispered by the wind that carries all my shame. A heart wrapped in rawhide, weathered and torn. Every sunset I ride through, reborn, yet forlorn. Beneath the Milky Way, I lay me down to rest on this trail of memories, the pain unexpressed. The canyon walls, they listen to my solitary sigh. Underneath this vast, unforgiving sky, fading trails like memories lead only to the past, where shadows of what once was are all that ever last. The canyon flew with dreams, now just dust and despair, her laughter a ghost on the chill evening air, and as night steals the colors from the fading western sky, I realize some loves like rivers run dry, yet in the canyon's embrace I'll forever be found, bound to the echo of a love that was so profound. In the shadow of an oak, where the prairie wind blows cold, sat a cabin, walls of whispers, stories seldom told. Beneath the porch light flickering, with every creaking sound, was there I left a scarlet scarf where my heart was bound. Her laughter in the aspen leaves, her sorrow in the ground, that lonely fire tied down. Oh, the skies recall her name in hues of flame and frown, silhouettes of our past like shadows dance around. Every sunset bleeds a memory in colors she once wore. Lonely fire tied down, burns but ain't warm no more. Years have turned the trails dust over, hoof prints disappear, gravel roads lead to nowhere. Bring me back right here, where the oak tree's grown older, the porch sags along. Echoes of her footsteps like whispers now are gone. The scarf's faded, threads worn, just like the love we'd sown in that place she'd once called home. Oh, the skies recall her name in hues of flame and frown, silhouettes of our past like shadows dance around. Every sunset bleeds a memory in colors she once wore. Lonely fire tied down, burns but ain't warm sweet crescent moon. So the skies keep her story in the whispers of the town. Her laughter in the wind, her tears in the rain that pounds. Every night I face the stars where our love was sworn. Lonely fire tied down by the heart forever warm. Yes, this fire's tied down, but oh, it still burns on. In the hush of dawn, by the old oak tree where the scarves of mist untangle free, I recall her laugh wild like the creek underneath that sky where the stars would speak. Her eyes a spark against the night once burned so bright my lantern's light. Oh, how her shadow danced with mine underneath the moon's drunken shine. Now her whispers blend with the wind in this lonesome heart where her love had been. Every sunset paints her face across these skies in a lost embrace. The porch still creaks, but she's not there. Just empty chairs and strands of hair. The cabin stands on the edge of time. Her laughter's gone, no reason to rhyme. Through gravel roads and trails that fade, I'll walk alone in the bed we made. Oh, how her shadow danced with mine underneath the moon's drunken shine. Now her whispers blend with the wind in this lonesome heart where her love had been. Every sunset paints her face across these skies in a lost embrace. Was it the wild or the wanderlust that turned our love to just echoes in the dust? The road calls me, but I ache to stay in the memory where she didn't walk away. Oh, how her shadow danced with mine. Now I'm just a ghost left behind, yet the wind still wears her sweet perfume as I ride into the silver moon. Every sunset paints her face in the heart of the skies. Her eternal play. And though I roam a soul astray, part of me with her shadow walked away.
This ballad reaches into the depth of a cowboy's heart, telling a tale of love and loss, bound to the eternal landscapes that bear witness to his sorrow.
In the shadow of the mesa where the oak trees used to stand, I found the scarf you left behind, now faded in my hand. The cabin's door still creaks the same on hinges worn and gray. It echoes with each step I take since you in the rain walked away. The rain walked away with your laughter, left silence wide and deep, like the riverbeds now dry and cracked, where our promises sleep. Underneath that vast prairie sky where once we lay, all I hear is the echo of your steps since the rain walked away. This old porch remembers us, its boards worn down with time, where we watch the sunsets bleeding tonight, your hand resting in mine. But the gravel roads are empty now, the trails have all but faded, just like the love we swore would last, now gone and all but jaded. The rain walked away with your laughter, left silence wide and deep, like the riverbeds now dry and cracked, where our promises sleep. Underneath that vast prairie sky where once we lay, all I hear is the echo of your steps since the rain walked away. Maybe towns like these, with dust settled so still, are just places for the heart to break, not places meant to heal. I saddle up to ride again through winds that whisper pain of a love that's just another ghost, like the rain. The rain walked away with the best of my years. Through the dust I see you clear, your smile through the tears. I'll carry this old heart of mine down roads where memories sway, still searching for a reason why the rain walked away. Yes, forever asking why did the rain walk away? Out where the oak tree shadows lay long, under the whispers of the prairie song, sparrow listened on a wire old and frayed to the size of my heart, like a serenade by the dusty cabin where we once danced, where love was born in a fleeting glance. Change, as do hearts, and sparrows fly where morning starts. But my soul's tethered to that porch of pine under stars, where your hand slipped from mine. Sparrow listened as we said goodbye. The sunset wept in a crimson sky. Gravel roads now less traveled by, creek beds dry where we used to lie. An old scarf clings to a branch turned gray, like the color of skies on a stormy day. Echoes of laughter, the shutter slams, silence fills the air as the door frame jams. Oh, the winds they change, as do hearts, and sparrows soar where morning stars.
crimson sky. Fading trails, the hoof prints disappear, just like us, swallowed by the years. A lone saddle resting by the shed, memories of you dancing in my head. Sparrow flies, but the story's told in the whispering winds, so raw, so cold. Cost, and sparrows find all that we have lost. Still my soul's tethered to that porch of pine under stars where forever seemed fine. Sparrow listened, oh sparrow knows, in the quiet towns where the heartache grows, by the fading light where shadows play. I'll sit and wait for the break of day.
In the shadow of the oak, where the wild rivers flow, found a pair of worn-out boots where we watched the sunset glow. Beneath the crying willow sweet, by the cobblestone that lay, there's a scarf you left behind on that cold October day. Oh, my heart's like these boots washed away in the rain. Memories flood the plain where your love used to reign. Now I'm just a whisper on the wind, through the valley I stray. With these boots, my dreams washed away. The cabin's empty, echoes of your laughter fade. Dusty saddles untouched, where our promises were made. Gravel roads where we once roamed, now just trails of yesterday. Every step without you is a price too steep to pay. Oh, my heart's like these boots washed away in the rain. Memories flood the plains where your love used to reign. Now I'm just a whisper on the wind, through the valley I stray. With these boots, my dreams washed away. On the porch I sit alone, where the old oak shadow lies, thinking of the love we lost under vast unending skies. Time's cruel hand may heal the wounds, but scars will surely stay. In the dust of this old town, part of me will always lay. Oh, my heart's like these boots washed away by my tears, a river of lost years echoing through the frontier. I'm a ghost in this town, a silhouette that will fade, but these boots in my heart, they remain washed away. In the shadow of an age-old oak, where whispers cling to leaves, I found her scarf of faded blue, dance softly on the breeze. The wildlands stretch vast and wide beneath the endless flame. In that quiet town of yesterdays, a memory called my name. Oh, the winds, how they wail through the empty cabin's frames, and the trails I once rode, now just whispers in the rain. Each sunset bleeds into nights that I can't tame. Underneath the starlit sky, a memory called my name. Where the gravel road meets the horizon's end, I lost more than just my way. Her laughter echoed in the hills, a sound I couldn't say. The porch still holds our stories, worn from time and pain, but the door creaks lonely melodies to rooms that won't explain. Oh, the winds, how they wail through the empty cabin's frames, and the trails I once rode, now just whispers in the rain. Each sunset bleeds into nights that I can't tame. Underneath the starlit sky, a memory called my name. Across the creek under the moon's soft glow, I felt her gentle touch. It's in the quiet solace where I miss her most. The silence says so much. The saddle sits untouched, the dust has laid its claim. In the heart of a Roman cowboy burns a never-ending flame. Oh, the winds, how they wail through the empty cabin's frames, and the trails I once rode, now just whispers in the rain. My heart's a lonesome rider on a trail marked by her name. In every fading twilight, that memory calls my name. In the echo of old hoofbeats, forever she'll remain. As long as suns keep setting, that memory calls my name. In the shadow of the bluff, where the old oak tree stands, I found a cracked frame in the palm of my hand. A whisper of a scar, faded red neath the sun, held the scent of wild jasmine, our days on the run. We rode through the towns just like outlaws at play. That old porch was ours by the end of the day. Oh, the skies tell the tales of the lonesome and tried, and I roamed through the echoes of her laugh that died. Like a ghost, she's in the winds that the prairie sends my way. In a cracked frame left behind is where my heart will stay. Time washed over the gravel where we once laid our claim. Dust settled on the saddle, ain't nothing feels the same. Quiet that haunts the cabin, where laughter danced through air. Now it's just the creaking wood and the solace of despair. I trace the fading trails where her boots kick the dust. Each sunset bleeds the color of the love we once discussed. Oh, the skies tell the tales of the lonesome and tried, and I roam through the echoes of her laugh that died. Like a ghost, she's in the winds that the prairie sends my way. In a cracked frame left behind is where my heart will stay. By the dying light I see it clear. All that's left is the rust and the tears. As the stars peer down like eyes that know my sin, I whisper to the night, can't hold what might have been. So here's to the silence where old memories hide, to the trails that I wander and the tears I've denied. May the winds carry softly the sorrow I've earned, in a cracked frame left behind with the bridges I've burned. Yes, in a cracked frame left behind is where my heart will stay, forever wandering under skies of ash and gray. In the quiet town of Rye, where the oak trees touch the sky, I met you wild in spring's embrace beneath that endless dome. Your laughter mixed with wind on the porch where we'd spin tales of dreams woven in the golden loom where our hearts called home. Rye bleeds under the setting sun, colors fade on what we've done. The scarf you left still smells of rain and days now long gone by. My heart rides gravel roads alone, past cabins empty, love unthrown. Whispers haunt the prairie winds where your shadow lies. Those trails grew over once we roamed, with every sunset further thrown. Your eyes like dusk stole away with secrets unconfessed. The saddle empty by the door, dusty boots don't tread no more on floorboards that still creak beneath the weight of my unrest. Rye bleeds under the setting sun, colors fade on what we've done. The scarf you left still smells of rain and days now long gone by. My heart rides gravel roads alone, past cabins empty, love unthrown. Whispers haunt the prairie winds where your shadow lies. Now under stars that we once named, the oaks still stand but bear the shame of silent witnesses to the cost of loving wild and free. In every grain of rye that weeps, and dreams disturbed from peaceful sleep, I find the ghost of you entwined in every part of me. bleeds under the setting sun. Colors mourn what we've become. The scarf you left, now threadbare gray, a symbol of our past. My heart rides gravel roads alone, past memories to which I'm prone. Whispers turn to silence in the echo of your laugh. So here's to rye where love once bloomed, in the shadow of an empty room, where dust now settles soft and sad like snow upon the moors. Rye bleeds and so do I, under vast unyielding skies, forever bound to roam a land that's yours and yours alone. Underneath that ancient oak, where whispers cling to shadows, there's a house with peeling paint and a porch that's seen the gallows. She'd sway in that old hammock, scarf catching the breeze. Every sunset painted her smile, now it's just me and these memories. Porch closed her eyes, the world grew old and gray. Laughter's just an echo in the winds that drift away. Where once we carved our names in wood, now only time resides. On that porch where dreams like rivers flow, tonight it closed its eyes. Those gravel roads we wandered, now overgrown and less traveled. Our cabin's heart is silent, the door unhinged and unraveled. The saddle rests untouched by dawn, the stirrups lay in rust, since the day the whispers in the oak said leave you must. Porch closed her eyes, the world grew old and gray. Her laughter's just an echo in the winds that drift away. Where once we carved our names in wood, now only time resides. On that porch where dreams like rivers flow, tonight it closed its eyes. Oh, the dust ain't just on the road, it's settled in my soul. Every storm that tried to cleanse me just left a deeper hole. But those storms, they bring the rain, and the rain will end the drought. Maybe water will erase the marks of all we wrote about. Closed her eyes, now roam through endless skies. Her ghost a fleeting shadow beneath the moon's watchful eyes. Where once our love was bold and free, now the night just softly sighs. On that porch where we dared to dream, forever closed her eyes. With each note strummed and each word sung, the lonesome breeze carries away a piece of the past, mixing the dust and memories into the sunset, leaving the heart yearning for a time when the porch was still alive with the sound of laughter and love.
The fire's low, the coffee's cold. My boots sit still, my hands feel old.
This porch has held me through the years, through desert dust and midnight tears. The hills out west still call my name, though I can't ride them quite the same. I've carved my soul in red clay ground, where ghosts of brothers still hang round. Before I ride one last time, let me breathe this prairie rhyme. Let me see the light through these. Let me feel her touch in autumn breeze. I won't cry when shadows fall. I've lived it full, I've seen it all. Just lay my hat near that old pine before I ride one last time. I kissed a girl in Abilene. She wore spring in 17. We danced in barns, we burned the dark, and life took her on a different arc. I've broken bones and I broke bread with men who now ride stars instead. But every trail, each scar and flame made me more man than I could name. Before I ride one last time, let me hear a lonesome chime of church bells out in county wide, where I once prayed and once lied. Let me see that boy I was, running wild, loving just because. Then close my eyes, give me the sign to ride beyond this final line. If you find my boots left by the fence, don't cry for me, don't build suspense. I've gone to where the wild runs free, where horses fly and hearts don't bleed. Before I ride one last time, I leave this land, this heart, this spine, to every soul who called me kin, to every love I let slip in. And when that sunrise paints the sky, don't mourn, don't ask me why. Just raise a glass and let me shine, 'cause I was a cowboy till the end of time. Built a fire where the prairie bends, thought I'd sleep alone again. But you came walking through the sage with bare feet and a smile that stays. You asked for coffee, I gave you stars. You asked for peace, I gave you scars. But somehow you didn't turn away. You pulled up close and chose to stay. Out where the wind can hear us talk, where no one's watching how we walk. You held my hand, I dropped my guard. You found the beat behind my scars. No church, no vow, no paper sign, just dust and hearts and stars aligned. We made love where no one steers us, out where the wind can hear us.
You Don't say much, but your eyes confess every ache and tenderness. You once rode hard, loved fast and wild. Now you trace love in every mile. You patch my gate, you fix my fence. You called me home without pretense. And I who swore I'd never fall, now wait for your boots in every call.
Out where the wind can hear us breathe, where love ain't dressed in silk and wreaths. You kiss like storms, you touch like rain. You make me bloom in drought and flame. No rings, no rules, just flame and dirt. But every glance still makes me hurt. In that sweet way the real heart stirs us. Out where the wind can hear us. I didn't ride here looking for love.
But you stayed.
Yeah, 'cause I found it in the silence you made.
Out where the wind can hear our song and carries it for years to come. Maybe someday the tale they'll tell is how we tamed each other well.
No statues, names, or wedding bell, just two souls that time can't quell. We still dance where no one steers us. Out where the wind still hears us.
In the shade of an old oak tree, where the river bends and sighs, I found a locket, rusted gold, beneath the endless skies. Engraved initials, worn and old, whisper secrets when I pry. It takes me back to dusty roads and the tears we didn't cry. Locket closed her eyes, memories inside. Beneath the willows weep, where our promises lie. The wind sings her name through the prairie's embrace. In every sunset's flame, I see her trace. Cabin's quiet, the porch worn with the echoes of her laugh. Gravel roads we walked along, now paths of the past. The scarf she left still smells like rain, and the dreams we dared to cast. But time pulled her away from me as shadows grew vast. Locket closed her eyes, memories inside. Beneath the willows weep, where our promises lie. The wind sings her name through the prairie's embrace. In every sunset flame, I see her trace. Of her hand, and the stars up above, they understand how the heart holds on, though the years may flee. In the solitude of the trail, she walks with me. A locket closed her eyes, and so must I. With every dawn I try to say goodbye, but the wind sings her name
sweet and low, in the lands where the lonely cowboys go. Lock it, close her eyes, never to say goodbye.